then, as of January 30th, it was trading around $2.05. And then things got even more interesting. We saw some buzz on financial social media that it might have dipped as low as $1.63 on March 11th, but then it spiked back up to $1.63 on the same day. What's going on there?
Well, that 46% jump is likely linked to some big news that dropped on March 5th. Silexion announced some really promising preclinical data for SLL204. We're talking a 70 to 80% reduction in tumor size in lab models of pancreatic cancer.
Okay, now that's huge, a 70 to 80% reduction. But haven't other cancer drugs, shown positive results in the lab, and then later on they disappoint? What makes this data so compelling?
Well, a couple of things. First, remember how SAL204 can be given systemically?
The bloodstream, right?
Yeah, through the bloodstream. Well, that's how they gave it in these preclinical studies. So not only was it like super effective at shrinking those tumors, it did so after being injected into the bloodstream. So that means it could, potentially target cancers throughout the body.
Okay, so that's a key difference here. It's not just about treating localized tumors. We're talking about tackling cancers that have spread, which is that's a whole different ballgame. Anything else that makes this data stand out?
There are also some early indications that SECL204 might even work on cancers that don't even have the KRAS mutation. If that's confirmed, well, that would significantly expand its potential applications. That would be a real game changer.
Okay, so that paints a clearer picture of why the stock might have jumped so much. Investors they're obviously pretty excited about this, but we also saw something about a short squeeze happening with the stock. Can you explain what that is for our listeners who maybe aren't familiar with the term?
Sure. So short selling is basically, it's when an investor borrows shares of a stock that they think is going to, go down in price. Then they sell those borrowed shares and hope to buy them back later at a lower price. And then, of course, they return the shares to the lender, and they pocket the difference.
So they're basically betting against the company.
Yeah, you could say that. They're betting against the company. But a short squeeze happens when that stock price actually goes up, instead of down.
Oh, so then the short sellers have to scramble.
Exactly. They have to buy back those shares at a higher price to cover their positions. And then that pushes the price up even higher. So it creates this kind of feedback loop.
Oh, I see. So it's like a stampede for the exits, but everyone's trying to buy instead of sell.
Exactly. Perfect analogy. And it seems like there was quite a bit of short interest in SLXN. Meaning, a lot of people were betting against it. So this positive news about SIL204, well, it probably caught those short sellers off guard. They had to scramble to buy back shares, and that put